right, I'm really excited to share this. It is an e-bike, which stands for electric bike, of course. I'm the first person to receive this brand new model from Nireeka. It's called the Revenant. And I'm out here testing it out. My first impressions are absolutely awesome. It is smooth, it's quiet, and I just want to go ahead and make this video. I do plan to make some more videos as well. Maybe some comparison videos with my other Nireeka bike. I have a Prime model as well, but I want to go ahead and make a short, quick video to show you guys what it looks like. I chose the red model. This is actually the pearl red model. So what this bike is it is a rear hub, 1,000 watt Bafang motor. So if you aren't aware of what rear hubs are, rear hub motors are mounted in the rear wheel. That's the motor right there. So as you pedal, it will spin the motor and it will of course accelerate the bike. The Prime model that I'll eventually be comparing it to is a mid-drive bike, meaning the motor would be mounted here. So there are pros and cons to rear hub bikes and mid-drive bikes. And now that I own both, I can definitely form a really good opinion of what I like and dislike about a mid-drive bike and a rear hub bike. So I really can't get over the frame. This is a beautiful frame. Of course, this is my second Nireeka, so their frames are absolutely beautiful. I'm a huge fan of their design. It's very unique. I love the pearl look of this color. And so some differences between this model and their Homey model, which what this is based off of. You'll see on their website that they have a Homey and then the Revenant and of course the Prime. They also have a Nix model, but that's their higher end professional type mountain bike. But this is basically seated between the Homey and the Prime. So the biggest difference between the Homey and the Revenant here is going to be the tires. So these tires are what I like to call semi-fat tires. So it's not too small, not too big. So traditional fat tires are 4-inch wide. This is 3 inches wide. And it's still considered a fat tire bike, but what's really cool about this bike, it's not as heavy as a fat tire bike like the Prime is, but also the benefits of a fat tire bike. So you still get to take it on all terrain, just like any other fat tire bike. So it's lighter, but you can still ride it pretty much anywhere. So it offers a mix of both benefits between a traditionally sized tire and a true 4-inch fat tire. So my first impressions are awesome. Just a couple of things I wanted to point out in this quick video. I do like the integrated taillight. That's new to Nireeka. And if you're not sure what I mean by integrated, so this taillight is actually powered by the battery itself. So when you turn on the bike, it turns on the rear light. Nothing else needed. It's not a separate accessory that you have to separately charge. Really like that feature. It does have a torque sensor as well as a cadence sensor. So as you pedal, it does measure the amount of pressure, torque that you're applying to the pedals. And basically what that does, it gives you a more seamless experience of how much power you get from the motor. The harder you pedal, the more power and assistance you're going to get from the motor. So it feels more natural. They did keep the larger screen, which I love. It's an excellent screen. It's the same one from the Prime, so big fan of that. Display, it works great. This model is an 11-speed, so it has a wide range of gears, of course, and I've used every single gear and tested everything out. Works great. I was able to hit about 33 miles an hour or so, which is more than enough. As you can see, it does have a front suspension fork. It is adjustable. It has a nice range of adjustment. I was able to get it perfectly for my taste. It also has a rear suspension. This is something the Prime does not have. I like to see it here on the Revenant. I'm happy to see it. It also is adjustable. So historically, you're only able to charge the battery by plugging in the charging cable directly into the battery, which you can still do, but I like how you have the option to plug it in directly to the frame. What this allowed Nireeka to do is put a cover on the bike, on the battery of the bike, so it doesn't get as easily damaged by, you know, water and dirt and things like that. So of course you can take the cover off, you can remove the battery and charge it like that traditionally, but I do like the option of just being able to pop in the charger at any time directly into the frame. And I saved one of the coolest features for last. This really impressed me. I did not expect this, and honestly this is the first e-bike that I've seen that has this feature. But this bike has an ABS system. Yes, just like a vehicle, like a car. So, and it works just like you'd expect. You brake and it assists and makes sure that you stay more stable. It helps decrease the stopping distance as well. I've ran some stress tests on it. It definitely works. This is an optional feature, so when you order it, a lot of things are optional. So I did decide to get the ABS because I was so interested in it. And do I think it's essential? Not really essential, but I do think it adds a lot of value and of course a lot of safety. This is the indicator light for the ABS system. So from what I've been told by Nireeka, the light is not supposed to be on if it's enabled. So basically the light will come on if it's not engaged, and the light will come off if it is engaged. So it's just kind of backwards. So right now it is engaged. The bike also comes with, of course, a thumb throttle. This is just the control panel for the actual electronics of the bike. So you can hit up the plus button to increase your pedal assist, and you can hit the minus button to decrease your pedal assist, depending on how much power and assistance that you want. This right here, if you hold it down, it turns on or off the tail light. So right now it's off, which means the display will brighten under the assumption that, you know, of course it's daylight. So you can turn on the tail light like this, the display dims, so you can be more visible to drivers. If you're interested in learning more about the Nireeka Revenant and other bikes, of course, you can subscribe. I do plan on making more videos about it. I plan on making some likes and dislikes and some comparisons with other e-bikes that I own. All right, so that wraps up my first impressions of the Nireeka Revenant. I'm really impressed with it. It's super smooth, very well made from what I can tell. I will be able to answer as many questions as I can. So if you have any questions on this bike, please drop a comment. I'll answer as quickly as I can. And if I'm not sure, I will find out, because if there's something that you ask I'm not sure about, I'm gonna probably want to know myself. So thank you for watching.